Hey guys, it's me. A lot of people have been irritating me recently, but there's this one person on, he's been commenting my YouTube channel and, on, particularly my, piercing tips video, and, it's actually kind of ticking me off because of the fact that she's saying that there's no such thing as needle lubricant, that you have to use a needle a size larger than the jewelry, and all this random crap, which she clearly has no idea what she's talking about. Her name is, well, I'll just put it like right here in a little annotation or something, or down in the underbar. But this girl has been arguing with me for the past week on all of this stuff, and it's getting really, really, really frustrating because I keep trying to explain a lot of stuff to her, and she keeps arguing with me. Um, and just because she has piercings doesn't mean she knows how to pierce. Um, she's saying that I'm not a piercing apprentice. She's saying I'm not all this. She's saying that, well, like, I'm not all the things that I claim to be saying on my videos, that I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm sorry, but I have 14 piercings, and all of them self-done, except for my first lobes, which are stretched to 7/16 that I got done when I was like 3 months old. Um, I do know what I'm doing because none of my piercings have ever gotten infected. Yes, I've had to re-pierce some of them because they've gotten either ripped out or started rejecting, but none of them have ever gotten infected. None of them have ever bled more than normally, and nothing's ever gone wrong. Um, the fact that she's saying that for a 14 gauge piercing you have to use a 12 gauge needle so the jewelry goes inside of it is really stupid and so wrong. That's why you have tools to line up the jewelry with the needle, and you have internally threaded needles. Um, so if you're watching this, please talk what you know, because it gets really, really irritating when people tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been doing self piercings for a little over 3 years, and it's it's hard if you don't know what you're doing, but I actually know what I'm doing. I've given over, well, let's see. I've given a lot of piercings, not just on myself, but on other people. In this year alone, I bought a pack of 50 14 gauge needles, and I'm down to 11 just um, within the first part of this year, which is, well, not this actual year, this school year. I may still be in high school, but I've been piercing for a lot longer than I should have. Um, but ever since, I want to say October, I got these in late September, along with my clamps that I got from Crispy Tools tattoo and piercing supply shop. I did have another pair, but I lost them, so I got these ones that are basically exactly the same, and, well, they are exactly the same, they're just not the same ones. And, yeah, so I've given, at least 48 piercings so far this year, and when someone tells me I don't know what I'm doing, and none of my piercings that I've done on myself or piercings that I've done on other people have ever, ever, ever gotten infected. I do know how to properly sterilize my clamps, my ring openers, and even used needles. There is a tutorial online on how to sterilize used needles, but I highly suggest you not use self-sterilized needles on other people if you've already used them on yourself. So, if you're gonna sterilize uh, pre-used needles uh, and you've already used them on yourself, continue using that one on yourself. If you've used that needle for someone else and they're planning on coming to you for another piercing, label it, like put it in a vacuum sealed bag with their name on it and use it for that person only. I want to clarify that in my piercing tips video, I am not in any way encouraging self-piercing, even though that's how I did get started. And self-piercing can be very, very dangerous if you do not know what you're doing. So please, I encourage you all to go and actually get pierced by a professional. I'm not a professional, I'm still an apprentice, but still, please go get pierced by a professional. The only reason you should ever self-pierce is if you have a piercing that fell out and you have to put the jewelry back in and it won't go in. And if you have a needle that's the exact same size, just follow it through the hole so you can get the jewelry back in. Or if you want piercings, you researched every little bit of detail about that piercing, about the veins that may be near it, about the nerves that may be near it, about the dangers and the risks. And if you have no other option, as in you have no money to actually go and get a piercing, so please, please, if you're going to self-pierce, pierce responsibly. Research everything that you're doing and be careful. I am not going to be held responsible for anyone who messes up any of their piercings. If I'm gonna repeat all the piercings that I have, just so you guys know. I have 7 piercings in my ear. I have 3 lobe piercings on the side and my helix, and I have just 3 lobe piercings on the side. I have my septum. I have my lip that you can't see. I'll just use an earring that I have. It's a giant black rose. And I have my tongue lobe. I have my belly button pierced twice, and I have my hips pierced twice. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So those are my piercings. I've done them all myself. I've done them all except for my ears and my lip or my lobes and my lip with professional needles, because of the fact that when I did my lobes when I was in, I want to say 7th grade. I got my second holes in 7th grade at the very beginning of the year, and I got my third holes at the end of the year. And I did them both myself with needles from a sewing machine. And then I did my helix with a sewing machine needle. And I did my lip with a leather sewing needle. Like the curve, the really like, I want to say they're about 16 gauge, and they're curved, and they're usually for sewing leather products. And I use that one to do my lip. So yeah, anyways, if you have any questions about this video or any of my other videos, message me and comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.